Welcome to another video, family. This is going to be a quick video where I'm going to be talking about just general history and on why and how our people are in the low position that we're in. Okay. When the Europeans, or specifically when the children of Cain, the Germanics, were starting their scramble for Africa or race, they also began their scramble in the Americas. Okay, and one of the first Germanics tribes to arrive in the Americas, and they had the most land, I would say, on the North American continent, were the French. If you look up New France, you will see that the whole middle portion of the United States belonged to France at one time. And the reason they lost it is because there was a king in France by the name of Francis I who was always at war with Italy. He was always trying to overthrow the Pope because he wanted to replace him and have the Pope's power. So because of that, later when Napoleon took over France, of course Napoleon, we know, was a Jesuit agent, and we know the Jesuits are the Sephardim, okay, Esau. When Napoleon took over France, and he lost against the Haitians, when the Haitians instituted the Haitian Revolution, he was forced to give up all of the lands that France owned in North America, which he sold at pennies on the dollar to Thomas Jefferson. Okay, and then so after that, we know that as the Germanics were colonizing the African continent, their people were coming into the Americas. First, starting with, as I said earlier, with the Sephardim. Esau came in after 1492, and then later he invited the Germanics and the Ashkenazim, who came in different cities like Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, different cities in Pennsylvania, also New York, also, as I said earlier, South Carolina, Georgia, Savannah, Georgia, and also many Ashkenazim, as I said earlier, ended up in Washington, D.C., the Baltimore area. Coincidentally, Baltimore was the first archdiocese of the Roman Catholic Church. So this is where the archdiocese came in first, set up their archdiocese, which we know is nothing but a fort. It's a military fort, and from all of the archdioceses in in the United States, is where they give their orders to all of the politicians, and these orders are coming straight from Rome, through the Jesuit order and the Black Pope. So, and once again, how they were able to get all of the money, and the reason why 90% of all of the wealth of the United States is tied in to the hands of 1%, which we know is unsustainable. How this happened was, it began, the modern way of how it happened, it all began in 1929, when the fascist government gave all of the wealth that they, or let's say reparations to Rome, to the Catholic Church. They were given the reparations for the land and everything that the fascist government of Italy had taken from the church, from the Roman Catholic Church. Okay, this was given to them in early 1929, and with that money, either through Jesuit intrigues or other reasons, they were able to crash the stock market and come into the United States, and they were able to buy in at pennies on the dollar a lot of your top Fortune 500 corporations. Okay. Also, during and right after the Second World War, the Nazis were able to come in with the Martin Bormann Fund, and they also were able to buy in to the top United States corporations and banks. Okay, if you do a little history, you'll find which banks that the Nazis were able to come in and to buy into, and also the Nazis were able to use front people in the German communities in and around the United States to use as fronts to begin to buy up corporations and to start businesses and things. Okay. One important place they used was Omaha, Nebraska. If you check the records, you'll see that Omaha, Nebraska has a very large German population, and the Nazis, through Martin Bormann, was able to utilize this German community and many others around the United States to get people to use them as fronts to buy into the United States businesses, corporations, and banks. Okay, so this brings us up until today, 2020, and now you understand how 1% can own 90% of the wealth, and as we know, about 87% of that wealth is fixed into the United States, the stock markets and the mercantile exchange in Chicago. Okay, and then they leave like 3% that they play with. The other 10% is left for so-called blacks, Latinos, and Asians, and others. That's exactly what we're fighting over, the 10% that the 1% leaves on the monopoly table for us to fight over. So it's an unsustainable system, and it has to change. Okay. With that, I'm going to end it. I'm going to be talking about some other issues coming up. If you like this video, hit the like button. Please subscribe, leave your comments, and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. Okay? Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you on the next video. Till then, shalom, have a nice day.